Hello, my name is Clyde Bynum with the National Rock Racing Association and the SRRS. I want to briefly explain a few great additions and changes to our format for the 2018 season. Those that follow the sport of rock racing already know how challenging it is to televise a live race. Satellite reception or lack thereof has been a major factor of either low video quality or zero ability to upload a live feed at all. I'm very excited to announce with the addition of a mobile studio that will have a dedicated satellite link will allow us to bring you every race live. Along with the dedicated live feed, we've brought Bree Molitor and Dave Z on board as broadcast commentators. They will be calling the action live, keeping you up to date on the race statuses, as well as providing interviews and much, much more. Zach Garner will still be the man on the mic at the events, and he'll keep everyone entertained during the starting line, the pre-race show. For those of you who can't make it out to the park or miss the live feed, we will have a highlight show that you can tune into afterwards so you'll know exactly how all of your favorite drivers performed. As always, it's our commitment to showcase the drivers and sponsors as best we can. We also are dedicated to ensure you all have the best experience possible, whether you're watching the action live or at the park, wherever you may be. Please check out our new and improved website at srrs.rocks. Make sure you visit the driver profile pages while you're there. Thank you for your continued support. You can be sure we will bring you the very best rock racing has to offer. Now sit back, relax, and take a quick look at some of the highlights from 2017. And then we'll join Dave and Bree in the studio, who will be interviewing some of the best drivers in the world. Stay tuned.
No. God dang it.
I'd like to welcome everybody back to Rock Racing TV. My name's Dave Z.
And I'm Bree Molitor. We're very excited to be hosting Hillside Live, which will be bringing you the 2018 National Rock Racing Association Bouncer and UTV Cup Series.
The season opener is the weekend of February 23rd, but today we've got a very special show for you. We have several drivers who are itching to come on out and let you know what they have in store for 2018. So
stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
But first, we've got a message from RCV Axles and Enerco Tire.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
I want to welcome everybody back to Hillside Live. Standing next to me is none other than Matt Holt from High Society Racing. What's up, buddy?
So glad to be here on the show today. We got some new awesome action coming for you. We got a new rock bouncer called Hyperactive that we're bringing down to our first race in Bridgeport, Texas, the KMC Wheel event. We're so excited and we can't wait to see you guys all there.
Can you tell us what the name of that bouncer is?
Well, it's going to be called Hyperactive. We got a new name. We sold the old Buggy. We got a new Buggy coming out. It's Hyperactive. It's already leaked on the internet, so we figured we'd bring it on out. And we're so pumped to be at the first race and Just can't wait to do it.
I wonder how it got its name. Yeah, he may be a little bit high-strung, huh? A little bit high-strung.
All right, guys, I've got Tim Sorensen here. He's going to answer just a quick question for me. So you're going to be at KOH coming up.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
not only are you racing the Bouncer shootout, but you've got a new Razor Buggy that you're debuting. So give us a quick rundown on that.
Yeah, we're still running Hillbilly Deluxe this year. Got some big changes coming to it. Hopefully we'll be a little more competitive. And we do have an Outlaw fabrication Razor chassis going together. Big thanks to Outlaw Fab, PRC Radiators, Perfection Driveline Incorporated, Excel Tire and Wheel, and Pinup Baggers.
All right, well, there you have it, guys.
That's awesome. Guys, thank you so much
Thank
for
you, Dave.
coming on
Yeah.
out. Hey, I'm a huge fan, and I can't wait to see what you guys got going on 2018. We're going to be right back with a couple of drivers. You're not going to believe who's here. But first, a message from our friends over at KMC Wheel and Super ATV.
Eddie said, sit down, listen to my words. Life's full of ups and downs, you'll fall and you'll learn. Don't waste your time on mistakes. Take time for yourself, figure it out. Life is good, my son. As long as I'm alive, I'll be by your side. Yeah, follow your heart, my son.
And Kyle Crouch to the show. We're going to ask them a couple questions, pick their brains a little bit about this upcoming season. Clayton, let's start with you. I've got a question for you. I've heard that you have a unique way of sharing your trophies that you win. So can you tell us a little bit about that, what it is, and how it got started?
Early in the year, we was at West Georgia Mud Park, and there's a couple, 7, 8, 10 kids following me around all day. Every time I get out of the buggy, they would be there, climbing all over the buggy, taking pictures with it. So, you know, the end of the day, we was loading up, fixing to head home, and their parents come up to us, me and Ruby, and said, you know, you made these kids this day. So I got home, and I said, maybe I might give these kids my trophies if they want them. So, you know, I said a couple races later, I said, any of these kids wants a trophy, I'll give it to them, sign it to them, let them have it. So we done that, and I was lucky enough to win some trophies this year, 2017. So they called Ruby, you know, said, man, you've made these kids this day. So here on out, if we get lucky enough to win some trophies in 2018, we're going to give them to the kids that wants them. And, you know, for the Outlaw Buggy, we've made huge improvements for the last 2 months. 2018, the Outlaw Buggy will be at the top or close to it. That's the goal. So, you know, if we can outrun Kyle Couch or somebody, you know, we might be up there.
Well, that's an awesome way to get back to the fans. I'm sure that's so special for those kids. Did you have any of the other drivers getting in line for some of those trophies too?
Yes. Anthony Young, you know, he's called me and said, hey, Clayton, I want one of the trophies. You know, I figured out it was him, so, you know, I said, no, we're going to save it for the kids.
That's awesome. Well, standing next to me needs no introduction. It's Mr. Kyle Crouch. He is the 2017 King of the Hammers KOH shootout winner. Not only did you win, but you shattered. You basically hold the record for the best time ever. What did it feel like to take that title from Bobby Tanner?
Felt great. Yeah, I got to talk to Bobby right before I ran, so I just asked Bobby, you know, how do you run 22 seconds up this hill? And he was like, I don't know, I'm getting ready to show you. So, and then I walked off and got my buggy and ran a 22-second run. So when I come back up, he was like, you know, beating me up. Oh, you sucker, you know. So, but it was cool, you know.
It's amazing. So the bad donkey is really a bad boy. Can you talk about any changes that you may be making? I don't know. Are you keeping everything the same, or you got anything coming out new for 2018?
I'm going to keep it hush-hush, but I think everybody will be surprised. So.
Look for the Kentucky boys 2018.
One of them's going to be on the podium, right?
Hopefully,
if not both of them. All right, well, we really, really appreciate it, gentlemen, for coming on out. We're going to be right back with special guest Matt Myrick of Busted Knuckle fame. Say that fast 3 times right after this.
Alright, hey Matt. Of course, Matt Myrick of Busted Knuckle fame. I mean, like, who doesn't know who this guy is? But Matt, Busted Knuckle's got a hand in just about every facet of this sport. You know, you race, you film, you got the park. Tell us a little bit about what 2018 is going to be bringing for you.
We have way more stuff going on than we can handle as usual. We've got the new off-road park that we just started back in April of last year. We're pumped about it. We continue to improve the park, and we're pumped about having a SRS UTV Bounty Hill series come and race there this season. We also have Jake is finally going to move. Instead of being 6 hours away from us, he's only going to be an hour. Jake Berkey, the Jake Berkey. So we're getting him into a shop, getting him set up, and he sold his buggy, right, Buggy? He's getting ready to build a better version of it, and it's gonna boggle some people's minds the direction he's going on it. So we're pumped about that. I'm racing the same 2 rigs as I did last year. We're doing some improvements on those.
You're racing UTV.
UTVs,
series.
yeah. So UTV series, and we're gonna try to be more competitive and get on the podium a lot more.
Well, you're doing UTV this year. Do you have any dreams of grandeur about hitting a big buggy one of these days?
Well, we have our own production chassis at Busted Knuckle Off-Road, and I figured by the time Jake builds 5 or 10 of them, then I should be in line
Let
for
him
one.
work out the kinks.
Right,
You know,
right. Get him dialed in, and then he can build me one.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, for those of you who've never been to an event, an SRRS event, you've got to come on out. There is absolutely nothing like it. What's it like hearing the crowd and feeling the crowd as a driver? Can you feel that energy out there?
Right. There's nothing like it. I mean, filming is one thing, and you got the adrenaline rush. Everybody's coming flying past you, slinging rocks and stuff. But there's nothing.
Run over.
Right. But there's nothing like being in the driver's seat and being at the start line. The guy in front of you just put down a fast pass, and you're trying to beat that time. There's nothing like it, and I enjoy getting to see that side of it, and it helps us video even better.
Who you shooting for this year, buddy?
I'm shooting for that #1 spot.
So that would be Mr. Cameron Spot. He's the reigning champion, I believe.
We've heard that a couple times.
Yeah.
Hey, where can people go to find out more about the park and what all you've got going on?
Good. The park website is bustknuckleorp.com. We also have a Facebook page. And another cool thing for this year is we will be going live with the new and improved SRS live stream on our YouTube channel. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And they're definitely stepping it up this year, so we're pumped about that.
They can pick all the swag up there. I saw you coming out with a new shirt.
Right, we got new shirts, we got these new work apparel and stuff like that. You can check that out at bustedknuckle.com. So always trying to improve and expand upon the brand, and we appreciate everybody's support.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us, Matt. And I'd like to remind all of you drivers out there that the discounted season registration ends on January 15th. Individual event registration will open shortly after. You can get that registration information at www.srrs.rocks.
All right, guys, big thanks to all the drivers that joined us in the studio today. And thank you to everybody tuning in to Rock Racing TV. We can't wait for the season opener in Bridgeport, Texas, February 23rd and 24th. The action is going to be fierce, and we're going to make sure that you don't miss a minute of it.
I want to thank you again for joining us. I've been Dave.
I'm still Bree.
And this guy over here, he's Busted Knuckle. And we're going to see you next time on Hillside Live.